So here with Blues skipper Ollie Robinson and Blues manager Gavin McPherson after a good 2-0 win away at Hayes and Yeading. Tough place to come. Gav, quickly, what do you think of the performance and everything today?
I've just said to the boys that I think that is probably collectively our best performance of the season. The reason I say that is that we took our chance. It's a clean sheet, obviously, a very, very tough place to come. However, the way that they adjusted to what we were asking from them, the way they worked, particularly in that second half when Hayes went 3 up front and decided to come at us, which of course they were going to, and looking at that, especially that midfield unit. And I don't want to single anybody out, but the midfield three were phenomenal today. And to keep a clean sheet here is saying something. And I said to the boys beforehand, we want to be looking up the league. We want to be looking up, and if we want to be looking up, then you've got to come to places like this and try and get a result. And the guys have done exactly that, fully deserved. I can't say enough about them. What is what I consider to be a very, very good side.
Yeah, exactly. Ollie, what does that mean for the boys in dressing? That's obviously a great way to finish 2019. Yeah. 2 points, 3 points, and then we can move up the league hopefully.
A great way to finish, and what a way to start off the new year. Exactly. We've had a great run so far, and that's what it is. We're all growing. We've got a young bunch of lads in there, younger than last year, but we're growing together, and we're putting in the performance which now everyone's looking at us in the league and thinking, actually, these boys mean business. So
yeah, much like last season towards the end. Exactly. Gav, just looking on the season as a whole so far, what can you take? Is it compared to last season? Are you making any comparisons or your reflections of the season so far? Halfway through now?
Not at all. I said from the very start that it's not necessarily what your players want to hear, but we had to put it in context. I think we lost 11, and that was probably always going to happen. You just look at damage limitation on that, and we've spoken as a management team, and I made a few statements early on about just staying up was our aim. I'm not saying we've done that yet. There's still hard work to do. And to have done what we did last season, I don't think you can compare. I don't think I really realised until we got to November, December last season that we actually had a team to take on what we did. This season, it's a group that's had to regroup. As Ollie just said, it's a younger group, and if that could be such a thing as last season, we had a very young group, and we've had a younger group. And you look at Zach Chislett out there today, he's playing youth team football, just 17. Lucas Ness, and you look at it, but those players have taken a little bit of time to adjust. We've brought a few in, like Lewis Beale, and all of a sudden we look at a different proposition. So I'm not making any bold statements at the moment. We are, the aim is to stay up, and I'm always going to say that because I'm a conservative manager. However, I want the boys to be looking up the league and feel that they can go to Truro and places like that and compete.
Yeah, exactly. So Ollie, I know we're taking it one game at a time, but that win and the performances we've been putting in recent weeks, what is the aim for the rest of the season? What do the boys really think? Well, how far can this team go?
You want to win. I'm a winner. All those boys in there are too. And we will be looking at those playoff places like we did last season, and pushing. This second end of the season is where it really gets down to business. We've had the first half being up and down, but now we're putting in performance so we can start pushing on.
Yeah, so Ollie did mention that inconsistency at the beginning of the season. What do you put that down to, Gav? Really,
it's bound to be. If I'm honest, I've got a fantastic coaching team around me, and second to none. And I've said that so many times. But almost you're asking miracles, of that. Just to have started the season, we started last season with 2 wins. To have started the season with a really consistent run of form. Young players take time to bed in. They're super talented guys, they really are, and they take time. They make young decisions at times, which sometimes cost you games, and that's what we saw early on. Now, we've got a clear leadership, we've got a clear way of playing, and the players have bedded into what we want from them. I'm not standing here making any bold predictions. I'm not saying now we're really moving. I'm just saying we're seeing a consistency from them. We're competing with teams which I regard as the best teams in the league. We might drop points against them, we might get points against them, but at the end of the day, it was always going to take time to bed in, and it wasn't anything that I didn't expect, to be honest.
Okay, perfect. Cheers, guys. Thanks for your time.